Hi, boys and girls. Remember that reading mountain that we've been climbing up all year long? Well, we are so close to the top. As a matter of fact, we are at the top, but we just have to make sure we stay there. So when you get up there, on that top of that mountain, you start to have different kinds of stories. So usually the stories that we have are pretend stories, like the Hungry Kitten. Do you remember that story? And Hermit Crab. Sorry, I wasn't ready for that. Hermit Crab. Those are all fictional stories, aren't they? They are all about make-believe characters. Well, this story is a factional story. It teaches you facts. So this is a non-fiction story. It's still going to be quite interesting. And the reason I have this book is because it was my daughter's, and probably still is, her favorite animal at the zoo was the hippos. So a long time ago, we used to have hippos at our zoo. And she wishes and wishes and wishes that we would get them back, boys and girls. So you get to learn about hippos today, all right? Now, just like always, we are going to practice our I Spy I words and our sight words. So even though it's a non-fiction story, we're gonna attack the book the same way we attack the other stories, all right? So hang in there, we got quite a few I Spy I words. And remember, you're getting to be such good readers. It takes us a long time to get through this part. And I'm probably showing you some words that you don't really need to see, but I just want to make sure you remember these tools in your toolbox, boys and girls. All right, so if we look at this word, what do you see? I hope you're saying big mouth, and some of you are probably already saying the word. So if you see big mouth and this says eh, all we have to do is sing it. Legs. Legs. So, does that match our story? Could we be learning about the hippo's legs, boys and girls? Probably so, right? All right, what do you see inside this word? You should see the magic E bonks the O on the head, and the O says O. Let's sing it. Nose. Nose. So does a hippo have a nose, boys and girls? So do you think you can learn about their legs and their nose, boys and girls? And what do you see inside this word? You should see the TH. TH says and you should see EE, and it says E. And now we sing it. Teeth. Teeth. Say it fast. Teeth. All right, do you think we can learn about the hippo's teeth? Now, you know how I am always telling you, boys and girls, while you're reading, your brain is going to start connecting it to other things that you know? Well, just from these, I should have wrote the word hippos, sorry. Just from these 4 words, boys and girls, I have already made a connection to this story. And it's a kind of a silly connection. That's why I want to tell you about it. So I already told you that the reason I have this story in the first place is because my daughter's favorite zoo animal were the hippos. But do you want to hear something silly? Do you know what she cannot stand at all and cannot talk about at all? Teeth. Isn't that funny? So her favorite is in this story, and her not so favorite is in this story. And I already made a connection to this story, didn't I, boys and girls? So while you're reading, you should be thinking about things in your life and stories in your life, right? That's what good readers do. So we could learn about the hippo's legs and his nose and his teeth. And you already know a lot about hippos, don't you? I bet you do. And what you already know about hippos can help you learn this word. So what do you already know about hippos? ER says and now we sing it. Water, water. Does water have to do with hippos, boys and girls? What's something that sounds like water that has to do with hippos? It's where they live, isn't it? The water. So this is kind of a tricky word. The A says doesn't it? Water. And I think in future books, I have this word on your sight word list because it does break the rules. And usually the sight words are the words that break the rules, which is why we have to memorize them. So get this word stuck in your brain because it's in our next story too. So there's going to be water in this story. And what do you see inside this word? ER at the end. TH says and then we have an O. Now usually the O says doesn't it? So let's try it. Other. Now That's not really how we say it as boys and girls. This word is other, other. So in this word, the A kind of sounds like an O, and in this word, the O kind of sounds like an A, doesn't it? So those vowels are tricky sometimes, aren't they? This will probably be a sight word on your list someday too. So other. So you might want to write those words down because they do break the rules, and then if you get them memorized, you'll know them in all the other books. All right, here's another tricky one. So it's a little tiny word, isn't it? Do you remember what this is? I'll give you a clue. It works like this word. So if you know my, then you know fly. All right. How are we doing, cameraman? I turned the board up and down. Did you check it? Okay. All right, I think I'm just gonna keep it up and down. All right, here's another one that's has kind of a tricky vowel in it. But that's okay, you can handle that. All right, so let's see what we know about this word. You should see an, you should see I, and animal. So here's another A. That doesn't make sense, does it? All right, what do you see inside this word? All right, your two vowels go walking. The first one does the talking. So who gets to talk? The E gets to talk, and he usually says his name. He usually says E, doesn't he? So let's try it. Heed, heed. Do you think we could learn about the hippos heed? That doesn't make sense, does it, boys and girls? So if E doesn't work, try the other vowel sound. Eh, ed, head. Do you think we can learn about the hippo's head? Cameraman, can you go find out what that sound was that we just heard? Because that was a little suspicious, and I need you to check on that. Thanks, cameraman. All right, so here we go. What do you think this word is? This says ooh. That O is tricky. It has two sounds. And this word, it says ooh. Food, food. And then the last one we're going to write right now has a little bit to do with food. So you should see OU says what? Ow. TH says what? So now we sing it. Mouth, mouth. And we need our mouth for the food, don't we? All right, and then I'm just gonna write this one for you really fast. You can sing it really fast, and what does it say? Big. All right. Just wanted to make sure you were not getting those B's and D's confused still. All right, I just showed my other reading groups this word. You should see AY. AY says A. You should see ST. ST says st. Two Legos, snap it together, and what does it say? St. A. In this word, you should see IN says in, put an SK in front, and it says skin. Right, boys and girls? All right, now this is a CBC word. So, you okay, cameraman? All right, so this is a consonant, this is a vowel, this is a consonant. Remember those CBC words that we've been learning about? So this word says, oh, big mouth, don't forget, get. But if we want to add an ing to it, do we just add an ing? Nope, because it's a CVC word. So remember, if it's a CVC word, we double the final consonant. So that's how we get those two letters that are the same in the middle. We double the final consonant, then add the ending. Okay? Getting. All right, now, let's see. All right, so we're still learning about hippos. And what do you see inside this word? Two vowels. It says E. Sing it. E. I'm starting to go a little faster. I hope you're saying the answers without me, okay? Ears. Ears. Could we learn about the hippo's ears? That's a really fun part to learn, is the hippo's ears. All right, we've had this word before. If we're learning about his ears, we could be learning about his eyes. Remember, this word breaks every single rule in the book. Makes no sense at all, does it, boys and girls? You just have to get it memorized, so you might want to put this on your sight word list. Eyes. We can learn about his eyes. All right, here's the long words. Should you be scared? Never. Just find the Legos. Ready? Two vowels go walking. TH says ER says and I'm thinking of one of my little boys in particular who is probably saying these super, super fast because he likes to do that. I hope you found them all. All right, now this one's kind of tricky. Usually the E says E, right? They usually say their name. So let's sing it that way. Feathers. Feathers. Does that make sense? No. So that's your clue to go back. Sometimes getting the wrong word is actually your clue to get the right word. So if the E doesn't work, then let's try Feathers. Feathers. Now it worked in it. Now, that's a strange word to have in a hippo story, isn't it, boys and girls? So you're going to have to figure out why in the world they had the word feathers inside a hippo book. Are you making some predictions in your brain right now? All right, what do you see inside this word? ER says UN says D says duh. Under. All right, I have a feeling you're giggling for that word right now because I have a feeling I know where your brain went. All right, what do you see inside this word? ONG is kind of like ING. If ING says ing, ONG says ong. So you have long. And the way you can remember that, boys and girls, and I've been doing this a little bit, this well, it's not vacation, this quarantine time. Ping pong. We can play ping pong, can't we? Ping pong. So if you know ing, you know ong. I thought my cameraman would enjoy that one, but I'm not sure he heard it. All right, what do you see inside this word? SH says shh, so now we sing it. Shh, shut. All right, now, what do you see inside this word? Two vowels go walking. The E gets to talk. He says his name. E, eat, eat. What do you see inside this word? O, cool, cool. So cool could mean like something's not hot, it's cool, or I know how cool you guys are, boys and girls. You might want to start writing that word down to tell how cool you guys are, right? All right. What do you see inside this word? OR says or. Sing it. Born. Born. And what do you see inside this word? Magic key bonks the I on the head. I says I. Sing it. Ride. Now remember, you should be doing all this thinking in your brain when you're reading these stories. We just practice it together and I say it out loud. This is what your brain should be doing when you're attacking these words in the story that you don't know, okay? And I know that before we had to take our break, some of you were getting so excited and you would shout to me what you were finding inside those words. So I know you can still do that, boys and girls. All right, TH says what? ER says let's sing it. Mothers. Mothers, and hopefully you were just writing that story for Mother's Day. All right, now there's something different in this story that I need to teach you about, and then we'll do our sight words, okay? So this is a factional book, so you are going to be learning facts about the hippos. If you go all the way to the end, and these are even real pictures of real hippos, boys and girls, do not pretend. When we did baby hippo, those were I can't remember, were those real pictures or not? But these are real photograph pictures. All right, so at the very end of the story, you're gonna see this page. Cameraman, can they see this okay? Go ahead and zoom on it a little bit, okay? So this is called an index, And they have these, in this story, it's at the end of the story, and they're usually at the end of the story, boys and girls. So when you're learning a factual story and you wanna learn about something specific about the hippos, like if you want to learn about baby hippos or ears or how they eat or eyes or legs or nose or running or skin or swimming or their teeth. What if I said, who can tell me an interesting fact about the hippo's teeth? Now, you would not have to read through the whole story to tell me about the hippo's teeth. So the reason we have an index is you can go to the back because you want to be the fastest one to answer me, right? Or you might want to write a story about it. So then you scroll down and you say, where is the word teeth? Where is the word teeth? Oh, there it is. Now you know that on page 3 and page 8, they're teaching you about the hippo's teeth. Now, what if we wanted to learn about the hippo's nose? Okay, so you'd go to the index, you'd scroll down, find the word nose, and then tell me what pages or page you would read to learn about the hippo's nose. Can you find it? Is it clear, cameraman? All right, so the answer is 3, 14, 16. And the reason you know that is you scroll your finger down, there's the word nose, follow the dots, and it tells you on page 3, page 14, page 16, we learn about the hippo's nose. So what if I say, what would you learn about on page 20? So now we're not looking at this side of this index. Now we're looking at this side of the index, right? So if we find page 20, there it is. What would we be learning about? Babies. We'd be learning about the hippo babies. What if I said, what would you be learning about on page 10? Then you look over here. Where's page 10? Where's page 10? Where's page 10? Oh, there it is. What would we be learning about? The hippo's skin. So these are the topics that they're teaching you about the hippos. These are the page numbers that you will find the facts about these topics on hippos. So that's an index, boys and girls, and that's something important for you to learn about. And so since it's in this story, I wanted to take some time to teach you about that, okay? Also at the end of the story, and I will show you this on video too, there's a little game you can play, so you can pause for this game and play this little game, read the directions on your own. And then this is kind of like a sight word page. So you might want to take a quick picture of it and then get these words memorized too. So I'll show you this in video number 2 also. All right, so I thought we were done, but we're not. We gotta do sight words. So make sure you get these sight words stuck in your brain. I'll show them to you first and then we'll have a contest. Ready? Here we go. Good, cameraman? All right, let's race. Ready, set, goes, when, where, walk, they, from. Did you beat me or did I beat you? All right, next page. Now I put the Lego here because you should see this on a sign. So if you know stop and you add an S to the end, it says stops, right? All right, what's this one? All right, here we go, ready? Stops, for, good, it's, open, see, and that's it. Did I beat you? All right, now this it's is an interesting it's. You don't see an apostrophe in this one, do you? So this one does not mean it is. This one means it belongs to something. So I could say, this is its chair. It's okay, it's okay. I could say this is its chair. I could say, what else could I say that you can see, boys and girls? This is its head, right? So it shows ownership of something, just like his or hers, right? So that is not an it is one, it's showing ownership, its. So it's kind of the opposite. Usually we put the apostrophe to show ownership, but in this one it doesn't have the apostrophe. All right, that's the end of video number 1. I can't wait to you to look for video number 2 so you can read about these amazing animals on your own. And this book is a little bit different format, so I hope you really have fun with it, okay? It's a lot different than a fictional story. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.